think we're good to start. Thank you. Hello again. Welcome to this webinar on online enrollments made easy with Sales Plus. So we're thrilled to have you join us today, where we're going to be reintroducing Sales Plus. You may have attended our previous webinars on Sales Plus, but this is going to be a little different because we've added more features, as well as, we're reintroducing it with a new model. I have Mary, accounts manager, Michelle, product specialist, as well as Andrew, a product manager, joining us today. And my name is Ash, and I'm a product specialist as well. So before I go in and start talking about, what today's webinar is all about, a little bit of housekeeping items. So we obviously, as you already know, if you've attended our previous webinars, you can always raise your hand at any point in time to ask us questions. You can also type in your questions in our Q&A box, where we can help you, as well as the session is being recorded, and the recording will be made available to you in our Learn resources or on our YouTube channel. WiseNet's, I had several education sales features that have been added over the years. While many of you may be using some of these, depending on your requirements, we realized that, there was a need for the Sales Plus to be made available to all our clients, for you to manage your application process easily as well as efficiently. You can use the sales features in WiseNet to, for your learners to discover your courses online, send an inquiry from your website, which is linked to your Sales Plus site, to WiseNet, as well as you can nurture your leads, allow them to apply for courses online from your website again to WiseNet, as well as manage your acceptance process from within WiseNet using the Sales Plus features. It is a very simple setup. So it's a 3-step process where you can set up your site and your forms. You can publish your intakes, which are your offers, online, as well as, start taking enrollments and do your acceptance, or, the rest of the process within WiseNet. You may already be doing your application process at the moment in WiseNet. So all you're doing is adding Sales Plus, to that application process, where you can start taking those applications online. You may be having a website which is, working for you. What you can do now with the Sales Plus is obviously publish your courses, all your information, your intake details, your delivery modes, all of that onto your Sales Plus site. So when a learner clicks on, courses or contact us, they are taken to another site where they can fill up a form, and that information can directly come into WiseNet. So the Sales Plus can be used for 2 different things. One is obviously for your inquiries, to manage your leads. So the Contact Us page on your website, when they click on it, can redirect to an inquiry form, which obviously can be used for inquiry purposes, but you can also use it for other purposes. Because you can have multiple forms that are published onto your site. And once they complete the form, hit the submit button, the information will then come into the sales section in WiseNet. The same can be applied for your applications. So you can have your courses page on your website, and when they click on explore availability, it will take them into a course page, which will have all your available intakes and further information about these intakes, where they can click on it and apply for the course. And as soon as they apply, it will automatically come into WiseNet's sales applications page. So with the Sales Plus site, you can absolutely have your own branding. You can customize your colors, have your logo. You can also have multiple sites based on the edition that you have. We'll talk about the edition further in the webinar. But yeah, pretty much, you can upload course images. You can make it, as pretty as you can, and you can make it as close to your website, so people who are being redirected to the Sales Plus site don't feel a difference between the two. On the intakes page, or we call it the available intake. So once they click on course info, they're taken into this page. You can have further information about the duration of the course, the location, the date, as well as pricing information. So depending on your intakes, you can also have multiple delivery options, where the learners will be able to go and filter down by the, location, the dates, or the delivery mode, but also view your intakes based on a, list or a calendar view. With the course appearance, of course, once you have published and once you have all your intakes out there, there's also an option for you to have multiple application forms. So if you are dealing with domestic and international students with different fee structures, or if you have membership organizations where you have members and non-members applying for courses, you can have different application types and different pricing structures. There's also a possibility for you to take deposits at some of your courses. So we have made that available. So you don't have to take full payments. You can have a deposit as well. With the design itself, it's very intuitive. You can define all these fields. You can customize the flow. You can have your own pages. You can have different details on different pages, as well as, have these flows built based on your application forms. So for a member, you could be asking certain fields that are related to the membership, or for a non-member, or for an international student, you could have other details. So you can create specific application forms for each of your target segments. You can have conditional logic, which means a question can be, asked to a learner based on an answer they're giving for another field. So that's what we call as a conditional logic. So for example, as I've shown you here, you could have a prior education flag where if they say yes to that question, you can have a further question pop up to ask, what have they completed? And the same can be applied for other questions like disability and USI and other things, if you need to. You can have multiple upload steps and define what documents they need to upload for each of your applications. And again, every application form can have a different set of documents that they need to upload. We have a built-in payment gateway. So we have a Stripe connector. If you have, looked at our in-app update on the finance features, you may have gone and explored it. So it's just under the settings and connected apps. I will be showing that to you when we go into the app. So you can use that to collect payments online. That can be used for Sales Plus, as well as, invoices that are being generated from within WiseNet, which I'll show you in a minute. So you don't have to set up your own payment gateways. We've handled it for you. So pretty much as soon as the learner pays for the course, it'll be, we would receive that money and deposit into your bank account. You can have terms and conditions. You can have multiple terms and conditions in the site and have different confirmations that the learners need to tick off before they can submit the application, as well as have digital signatures. Now, if the learner at any point in time doesn't want to continue the application process, they can have a save and resume. So pretty much, once they click on save and resume, it'll allow them to put in their basic details and click on save. We would hold that information for 30 days for privacy reasons. We can't do it more than that. And they will receive a link in their email. And within the 30-day period, they can go back to that email at any point, click into that link, and resume where they left off. And you can have, obviously, a confirmation step. And once this application process is completed, it automatically sends that application into WiseNet. Now we're going to quickly look at, how you can manage these submissions from within WiseNet. You may be familiar with some of the features that I'm going to show you today, because these have been in WiseNet, for you to use to manually process applications and things like that, but the same can be used for Sales Plus as well. So you can have different email templates that can be automated to send out information as soon as they submit forms, as well as, during the application process itself. So let's say they've clicked on save and resume, we still create an opportunity in WiseNet for you to nurture. So you will know if somebody has, started an application, but they've not completed it. You can also manage these opportunities to, send any further information that you may need to ask the learner. Now, with these opportunities, I just want to mention that, like the way I told you that you could have inquiries as well as applications. So all your inquiries can be brought in as opportunities in the system. So you have two possibilities. You can just get them in as tasks. So somebody could, give them a call from within your business and nurture that particular lead. If not, you don't want a task, then you can get it as an opportunity. So where you can have different people assigned to the opportunity, you can have dollar values, put them into a pipeline as required, have a due date, and based on these dates, have other activities that you may want to, create event triggers based on these. So pretty much like, send an email or create a task for a follow-up and things like that. Now, from within the same page, you could also send an email to the leads when they're ready to enroll. So when you click on send email or when you compose the email, you have the capacity to add application links. So if you don't want the learners to be applying from your website online, you can also collect the inquiry, nurture them, and send them a private application link when they're ready to enroll. You can manage your submissions. So once they've come into the system, you can still use our learn cycles to kind of send them confirmation of enrollments or further information or tasks for your internal staff members to run any letters and other things. So with the applications, once they flow in, obviously you can go into Sales and Applications tab to look at the entire list of applications. But from within the learner profile, you will see them as open applications. So if it's an existing learner profile, the applications get added to the same. If it's new, then a new learner profile is created and an application is created. For any returning learners, we also have a returning learner check based on their first and last name, their student numbers and other things, so we don't create duplicates in the system. But if they've used a different email address or name, for example, we do create, a duplicate learner profile, but it's very easy to merge. So the action tab at the top right will allow you to merge the learner records. And with every application, you also have your logbook. So all that application that they've submitted, all the documents they've submitted with that application get stored within the logbook, any payment information, the invoices, anything that's raised against that application gets stored in the logbook. And from within the application page, you can easily accept or reject. Now, as part of the automation in WiseNet, we also have features which allow you to automatically accept the application, which I'll be going through in detail when we go into the application itself. Now, let's look at the setup in WiseNet. As you may have already read in the email sent to you, we're excited to announce that our Sales Plus module is now included with all your WiseNet standard and premium subscriptions. So what this means is pretty much with your LRM standard edition, you'll have your Sales Plus standard added, which gives you one Sales Plus site. You can have multiple contact forms for your inquiry and other things. You can have that application form with standard processing, which means you wouldn't have any great automation features. But if you want these automation features, you can talk to us and we can show you how the premium edition works. But if you already have an LRM premium edition, then the Sales Plus premium edition has been added to your site, which gives you the ability to create multiple Sales Plus sites. So when I say multiple sites, it means like, when you have a branded site for yourself, and if you're dealing with other workplaces or agents who may want to have their own sites with your published courses, you can create a site with their own branding. You can publish multiple contact forms, multiple application forms, have various application types, as well as create your own custom fields with full automation. It is very, very simple to start taking applications online. So when you go into your settings and LRM settings, you can toggle this option called Enable Sales Plus Application. While there's cost per application, we've removed the Sales Plus module subscription fees in favor of a pay-as-you-go model to make it easier as well as cheaper to get started with Sales Plus. There are significant volume-based subscription discounts that are available with pre-purchase application pack. So if you are going to be taking thousands or 500 or more applications a year, do talk to us so we can, kind of explain to you how the packs work and you can pre-purchase these application packs. Now, as part of the, Sales Plus introduction, I wanted to just show you our Learn resources as well. So when you go into our Learn resources, just type in Sales Plus and you'll see all these different article links ready for you to use just to help you with how, setting up the Sales Plus site, creating those forms, as well as publishing your courses online. Take a look at these articles. And if you have any further questions, feel free to log a ticket to us, or we have our in-app chat. In the same way with the finance, you may have seen, again, in-app pop-ups about our new finance management module, which allows you to issue invoices directly from WiseNet, as well as use the integrated payment gateway to allow immediate online payments. So it goes through the same payment gateway that we use for Sales Plus. I'm not going to go into detail about the finance module today because we're going to concentrate on Sales Plus, but keep an eye out for our finance webinar, which will be, very shortly, sent to you for registration purposes. So you can register for a finance webinar. But today, again, if you want to still go and have a look at all the articles, it's all published out there in our Learn resources. Just go type in finance and you should be able to see it. So as part of the webinar today, what I'll be also showing you is, how you can find the Sales Plus site settings where you can go and configure your branding, your application forms, where you can publish one or more contact forms, as well as generate your QR codes and application links if you want to send it to them privately. Form management, which includes custom fields, custom logic, and other things. Now, as I explained to you before, the custom fields, the custom logic, and other things is part of your premium edition. So if you're not able to find these features, it just means that you're on a standard edition. Do talk to us if you want to upgrade. We're more than happy to help you there. But in terms of the site settings, like the branding or creating a form or creating a contact form, it's all available to you. So feel free to go and have a play. With custom fields, there are multiple fields that you can create in the system. It could be a drop-down field, a text field, or, a multiple sentences that you can give, say, like an essay type field. So we do have different kinds of field types available in the system. With the form templates, instead of you building your forms from scratch, we have created templates for you. So you can choose from one of our templates to start building your form, especially your application form, because there's so many questions that you may need to ask. So we have created a domestic application form as well as an international with, visa and other international fields. Feel free to have a look at those, and you can obviously edit them. So once you choose the template, you can go and add more fields as required. We do have address groups, making it easy for you to collect any address information so you don't have to add field by field for addresses. And you can also create, certain field groups as primary address groups, so allowing the learner to be able to copy from one address to the other. With the application types, again, it's part of the premium feature, but you can have multiple application types with different automation. So you can automatically accept applications, auto add any e-learning enrollments if you do have our e-learning integration, as well as add unit enrollments to these applications as soon as you accept them. With the finance, as you can see, you can have multiple invoice items, have your own fee types, put in the payment amounts, and also customize these amounts based on the course that you're publishing. With the once you've published your courses, you do have the ability to get a link or a QR code per application type and send that as an email. Or if it's if you're having like a workshop or something, you can put it up on a banner or have it printed out on the table for them to scan the QR code and apply online. I've already gone through this before, but yeah, so once you copy the application link, you can send it as an email, or you can use the email function in the opportunities to add the application link on the go. With the invoice, the finance module, you can manage your invoices in here. So any invoice that has been raised using the Sales Plus module will also be in here. You do have the ability to generate the invoices as well from within ViceNet. Again, you can create your own fee types and other things within the app. You can collect payments. They do have the option, if you have the Stripe payment gateway on, they do have the option to pay online. If not, if you've taken a phone payment or some other mode of payment, you can manually capture the payment within WiseNet. The auto data mapping is already in place. You may have already seen this, but if you're using Sales Plus, we have the capacity to do this as well. So any duplicate, learner data is obviously merged, as well as, we kind of bring in all that information that they've submitted via the Sales Plus application into the logbook. So you do have an opportunity to review that information before you accept anything. You can use any other logbook activities like emails and SMS and tasks from within the same page. Now, before I go and show you all of this within the app, open to take any questions that you may have. Any questions? All good. Thank you. I'm just going to move. Let me know if you can see my screen, my cursor moving. If you have any difficulties, just feel free to put it into the chat and happy to help. Awesome. All right. The first thing I'm going to show you is obviously the settings. Go to LRM, scroll down, and you'll find your Enable Sales Plus applications. As I said, there is a price per application, but talk to us, if you want to take a lot of applications a year, we can do prepaid application packs. You just have to toggle this on before you can start using all the other features that I'm going to show you today. So once this is on, you can either go into Sales Plus from the left-hand side under the app settings, or go back into the settings and then click on Sales Plus. So the first thing you'll be doing is the site management. So within the site management, you'll be able to create all the different sites. I should also say this is a demo site, so if you see any irrelevant information, please choose to ignore. Just wanted to show you how you can create all the multiple sites in here, give it your own name, and as soon as you create a site, you can have your own site URL. As you can see, it starts with the study.wiser.co, but you can have your own name for the site after the rest of the, after the slash that you have there. Once you open up the site, you'll have the courses displayed as and when you publish them. So with the branding, it's very, very easy. Just click on it and choose the appropriate color. If you have your hex code, just copy and paste it. Upload your logo, any favicon that you may have, and application settings if you want to show your courses and applications. If you don't want students to be seeing your course information, and if you don't want them to be applying online and you want to send them a private link, then turn it off so you can just have the contact us on your Sales Plus site. And with the contact, as I said, you can have any number of contact forms in there. And once you choose the appropriate form, you just have to click save and your site is ready. Now, with your forms, obviously, when you're creating your site, the forms may not be ready. So on the left-hand side again, under configuration, you have your form management, where you can go create your custom fields. Very easy to use, same navigation that you have, from the other pages in WiseNet. Click on Add Custom Field. You can choose which form you're adding the custom field for, whether it's an application or a contact. Now, if you're on a standard edition, you will not have the option for application. It will just be the contact form. And then you choose the field type, whether you want a multi-line text or a date or an integer field. And once you choose the field, you'll be able to give it a name. And if it's a drop down, then you'll be able to add values to it. And once you've created your custom field, make it active, and you can start adding it to your forms. Now, when you click on Add Form, again, it gives you the option of choosing a contact or an application form. And once you choose a contact or an application form, you'll be able to further create from within the template. Now, I'm going to go into one of these forms that I've already created in here. So once you click on the plus icon, when you're inside the form, it'll allow you to add, a field or a field group like the address groups that I was talking about, a header or just a text. If you want to give an introduction to the form, you can do that. Any instructions that you want to give per field or per section, you can do that too using the add text. Have file uploads. You can create new pages by adding new page, confirmation steps, signatures, and terms and conditions. So at the very bottom, I have a few in here. If you're in the premium edition, then you'll have conditional logic that you can go and build. You can say enable conditional logic, and for this field to pop up, you want the disability flag option to be yes, for example. So only when somebody chooses yes, they're going to see the option for disability there. And once you have designed your form, save it, and you can create multiple application forms with the premium edition. And that's all you need from the form point of view. And then obviously you'll have your offers all set up. Once you turn on the Sales Plus option, you'll have a sales within the offer. So you'll have a sales tab where you can go and publish your courses. So all you need to do is in the action, go edit and choose whether you want to have your intakes available publicly on your Sales Plus site where learners can pick and choose which intake they need to enroll into. Or you can choose to privately share these links with them via an email or the QR code, or manual would be just the way, you're taking applications at the moment. So you're manually enrolling the learner into the course offer. So once you choose the appropriate type, it further allows you to publish to specific sites if you've created multiple sites. Set your visibility. So if you want the intake to be available only for a certain period within the year, so you can put in a start and end date to it. You can also allow applications if you have an enrollment period. You can also allow applications only for a certain period. If you want learners to apply for additional courses, so if you do deliver package courses or a dual diploma where they are enrolling into DIP of Business as well as, a DIP of Management, for example, you can allow additional courses and choose other intakes as applicable. So you can say, all right, if that learner enrolls into this course, then they also enroll into a first aid program, for example. And then have any general information or pricing information and have your application options. With your premium edition, you can have multiple application types, but with the standard, you have one application type, and you can choose your form. So if you have domestic and international, another way to do it is you can have another course offer. So you can have one course offer for domestic, another course offer for international, and then publish both onto your Sales Plus site. Have your fee information and then save. And once you've saved it on your Sales Plus site, when somebody clicks on course info, the intakes will show up in there. And all they need to do is click on apply now, which will take them to this page. And if you've allowed multiple application types, they just pick and choose which one and start application. Yeah. And once the application is submitted, you can have Learn Cycles to notify you that an application has come in, or you can have like email templates for any opportunities that have been created for inquiry purposes. So with the pathway, when it's an inquiry, it comes in as a sales contact. And when it's an application, it comes in as an application. And when you click on view applications, you should be able to see that application that's come through. And once you click into the application itself, you'll be able to accept or reject or add an activity to send an email or an SMS. If they've made a payment and if you've automatically accepted the application, then you can even go into the finance tab to look at the invoices that have been paid. With the invoice and the receipt and other things, if you need to go and set up, like, customize the template, you can do so from the finance settings. And to set up your payment gateway, it's just under the settings, connected apps. All right, that's kind of what I wanted to show you today. So I'm open to any questions that you may have. I'll quickly go into our resources as well while I'm here. So just clicking on that question mark icon will take you into our Learn resources, where you can look for our resources on Sales Plus and finance and other things. So just click into tab and you'll see all the different articles explaining how you can go and set this up, adding custom fields, managing your forms, configuring your email templates and other things. So just follow through these steps and you'll be easily able to set up the Sales Plus. All right, I'm going to quickly check if I have any question here. Yeah, looks like the team's answered. Thank you. All right, any questions? I have a question on, do each admin staff enrolled in enrollment needs a WiseNet account? We will always recommend, for security purposes, every staff needs to have their own login. I should have actually talked about it. Good that you brought this up. I wanted to just quickly show you the access role. So we do have sales access role. So if you do have some staff members who don't need the full access, looking at learners and applications. So if you have two different teams taking care of your pre-enrollment and the post-enrollment process, you can have users with just the sales roles. Which means, they can go look at opportunities, the leads that have come in, send them emails, have tasks and other things. And when they're ready, send the application link to those leads who can then apply for the courses. So you can have users as well as, salespeople managing the two pathways for you. So the $20 is per application submitted. Thanks, Alini. Any other questions? I think we have a participant. No. I've just unmuted your mic if you want to just talk to us. But if you don't have a microphone attached, it may be best for you to just type in your question in the Q&A.
Hello, can you hear
Hi,
me?
yes. Yes, we can hear you. How are you?
Good, good, thank you. So I'm sorry I was like 5 minutes late.
That's okay.
Yeah, so for I understand for Sale Plus is just you'll be able to the difference between Sale and Sale Plus. So we are using Sale at the moment. So what the Sale Plus
Main
is.
difference? Yeah, sure. So with your current sales,
Mhm,
you may be taking inquiries, right? So the sales only had contact forms, so you could take your inquiries from your, Sales Plus site into WiseNet.
mhm.
But with the Sales Plus module, the entire module, it allows you to take online applications as well. So
Okay.
on your site, let me go back to the sales site. So previously you had just this. So when you go contact us, people were able to just send a contact form
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
But now you can have your courses published
Mhm.
with their intakes, which will allow them to go and apply for the course online.
Okay.
So
Um,
instead of you manually creating learners and manually creating their enrollments, you can have
mhm.
the Sales Plus do it for you.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know. So the what is the cost for this premium subscription?
So it's part of standard and premium depending on, your what to say, the usage. Like if you need multiple sites or if you need like, a lot of automation, then you may need premium, but it's available for standard as well. With standard, you get one application form, which allows you to take applications online. All you need to do is go into settings, go to LRM
Mhm.
and toggle this option on
Yeah.
where you just pay as you go.
Okay. So
So
it's
each
$20
application, correct.
per.
Each application that's submitted through your Sales Plus site into
Yeah.
YSET will just cost you $20. But if you feel like, you're going to have a lot of applications a year, then
Mhm.
you can just talk to us, and we could do, like, we have prepaid application packs that you can buy,
Okay.
which are a lot
So
cheaper.
so this $20, what is included? Just like include a payment, is it? If we already have our own payment system, so this is just for like every online application
Yeah.
is $20. Yeah.
Correct. So with your payment that you have now, do you have it linked to an online application?
We had to
No.
send, sorry.
Okay.
It's not automatically linked. Um, it's not automatically linked. Sorry.
So
Okay.
what I think, hi everyone. Thanks for attending. Great questions. I think what we'll do is we'll take the request offline because there's a lot of very detailed questioning that's happening here. And I'm quite happy to do a one-on-one with you to ensure you fully understand the entire process and to show you the actual payment gateway and how that works also. So
Uh,
if you'd like to put up a support ticket, I'm quite happy to take that on a one-on-one with you. My name's Mary.
okay. Hi, Mary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Okay.
fantastic. Yeah.
All right.
When
Yeah.
we can go into exact detail of what you require as
Mm-hmm.
your requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah,
Thank
would
you.
love to do that with you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very
Fabulous.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mo.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right. I'm going to answer other two questions, which
Mm,
are very important. I think I didn't make that clear. So the inquiries are not charged. It's $20 per application. So if you're taking
yeah.
just the inquiries through the contact forms, it's not charged. But per application, you pay a $20 fee. And yes, we do have Moodle. We can host Moodle as well as integrate. We do have our e-learning integration, and that e-learning integration flows into Sales Plus as well. So it works hand in hand. If you're accepting auto accepting applications, you can also automatically add them into e-learning courses, which will automatically kind of give them access to Moodle. So it'll create a profile as well as enroll them into e-learning courses for you. How to create cash payment? Yeah, so as I said, I didn't go into detail about the finance module today, but yeah, once you generate the invoice within WiseNet, you can go and, go into the invoice. Give me one sec. I'll just go into one that's issued here. There are too many tabs. Oh my. All right. So all you need to do is once you go into an issued invoice, just go capture payment and you'll be able to put in, the payment method and then the date, receive some notes and save it. So which will automatically make it paid so you can have cash payments. Just going to organize myself here. Too many questions. Okay. Any reports? Yeah. So with the reports, it's very, they're similar, because end of the day, you're going to get a list of applications or list of invoices that have been issued or number of inquiries that you have. So the reports work for both. The main difference is in the number of sites that you can have or number of forms or custom fields that you can have, as well as the automation that's around, the features. So that's what is different, but the reporting capabilities are going to be the same. Hi, Alini. I've unmuted your mic.
Am I muted now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
At our institution, we mainly, I would say that 90% of our cohort are international students. So what concerns me with Sales Plus is that, let's say, 60 to 70% of applications, they are not successful applications. Students will submit the application plus documentation. However, we can't get through it. Is there any alternative when we consider enrolling international students for the fee? Because I'm looking at those applications and saying, okay, those students will put an application in the system. We will pay the $20, but they will not be successful applications.
Yeah. Alini, just what we can do is work together and work out a pack for you. It does come down substantially in price when you pre-purchase an application pack. I do respect that part of it's a return on investment process that you're doing. So it will be charged, but at a lower price if you pre-purchase a pack. So we can talk about that together offline when you're
that would be
ready.
Great.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Just put up a ticket. Quite happy to help you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Eleni. Looks like we're good. I just want to add, I want you all to try it. Feel free to try it. Again, if you are testing applications, let us know. We can work with you. And if you have any questions, we can answer that. But it's a great way of, taking applications online and automating the process and saving you obviously time and effort in adding these learners as well as manually enrolling them into the offers. And we're always open for feedback. So if you have any, features that you feel like, would help you with your day-to-day business, feel free to put that through. If you don't have any further questions, happy to end the session and log off. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time today. Thanks for joining us for this webinar. And yeah, feel free to either log a ticket or chat to us about the new Sales Plus features. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.